What I think supply chain companies and logistics service providers need to be doing in 2023 is basically cost reduction. They need to be very conscious in terms of costs and operations costs so they can at least maintain levels of 2021, 2022, or perhaps, be able to grow. What I also think is that they need to be focused on freight generation. They need to be quoting much more just to be able to get more freight based on a close rate of around 15 to 20%. And knowing that rates are depressed, definitely revenue is going to be lower. So they need to be chasing much more freight, chasing much more relationships, chasing much more shippers, but also quoting whatever they can based on their lane tolerance, just so they can maintain their levels. I think cost reduction and more freight, more revenue is basically the formula they need to be pursuing in 2023.
As you get ready here in January to attack 2023, one of the first things you should do is have a strategy. You should have a plan. You should have an outline of what you want to achieve. You want to take those goals and you want to write them down and talk about in your mind how you're going to achieve those. Because as we all know, having a goal without a plan is just a wish. And what this does is it allows you to take control of what you can control and then just let the rest go. While I think it's important to have an understanding of what's going on in the market, what's going on in the economy, what's going on in the industry, I don't think it should let it dominate your business and how you want to run your business. The strategy helps keep you focused on where you want to go so that when distractions happen, it can bring you back to that document and keep you back in line with what you want to accomplish. The next really thing I think you should consider for 2023 is to invest in your people. Train your people. Now, when things seem slow or when there's uncertainty, a lot of people tend to hunker down and to go into their shell. And while I don't think you should just go out willy-nilly and spend all sorts of money, I do think it's a great time to invest in your people and processes and how you want them to move forward and help them with their career path, which will ultimately help with your business. So have a strategy, write it down, follow that strategy. By writing it down, it brings you back to where you want to go when distractions occur, and invest in your people. And those are some of the things I think you should be thinking about for 2023.
There really are three main areas that a logistics company should focus on in 2023. The first is technology. Technology is developing quite rapidly. There are a lot of great technologies out there to make the company more efficient, to give them the edge, especially in terms of speed. And I think the primary technology that you really want to focus on first is the quoting technology. Have a technology like our Tabby Connect product that allows you to speed up the quoting process to win more business. 2023 is going to be a year where you have to outdo the competition. You can't rely on the natural growth because the growth isn't going to be there like it has in the last couple of years. You have now got to outcompete the competition. You got to beat the competition. Speed is a way to do that. The second thing that a logistics company should focus on in 2023 is their people, developing their people, getting their people trained, keeping the people. So finding good people and keeping them is difficult. And if you aren't able to develop them and train them, they often will leave. So that would be the second thing is really focus on the people. And then number 3 is business development. As I mentioned, this is a year where you have to outcompete the competition. And so it is a market share protection and grab that you have to focus on, which means you're taking market share away from the competition. So technology, people, and business development, those are the 3 things that I'd recommend a logistics company focus on.